Have you ever thought that humility could be a sign of strength? Is humility weakness, or a hidden strength of a person? In a world where self-promotion and confidence are often seen as markers of success, the idea of being humble can sometimes be misunderstood. People may associate humility with passivity, insecurity, or even inferiority. But is that really what humility is about? Or could it actually be a sign of something much deeper and more powerful? The truth is, humility is not weakness or a lack of confidence. In fact, it is a sign of a strong soul, one that is self-aware, grounded, and in control of emotions. Humility reflects a person's ability to acknowledge their own strengths and weaknesses without the need to prove their worth to others. It involves understanding and respecting the value of others while maintaining a clear sense of self-worth. Humble people are confident not because they need validation from others, but because they have already found that inner peace and strength. When we think of strong individuals, many of us might imagine someone who is outspoken, dominant, or assertive. While these traits can be valuable in certain situations, true strength often lies in the ability to remain humble and grounded, especially in the face of adversity. Humility allows people to stay calm in challenging situations, make thoughtful decisions, and build deeper, more meaningful connections with others. It takes true strength to be humble and still inspire and make a positive impact in the world. In this video, we're going to explore how humility can reflect inner strength and why those who practice humility are often much stronger than those who display arrogance or superiority. We'll discuss how humility allows individuals to acknowledge their imperfections, learn from others, and lead with integrity and grace. Humble individuals are not afraid of showing vulnerability or admitting mistakes, and this self-awareness actually empowers them to grow and succeed in ways that arrogance can never achieve. Humility is often misunderstood in today's world. Society tends to celebrate those who are loud, brash, and self-assured, while the quiet, humble ones might be overlooked. But humility is not a sign of weakness. It is a strength worth celebrating. It takes a truly strong person to remain humble, even when they have the opportunity to boast or take credit. This video will show you that humility is not about hiding your strengths or diminishing your accomplishments, but about sharing those strengths with others and allowing them to shine as well. If you're inspired by the idea that humility is a powerful strength, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to this channel for more positive and inspiring content. By subscribing, you'll get access to more videos that encourage personal growth, self-awareness, and inner strength qualities that can help you become the best version of yourself. Humility is often misunderstood, sometimes seen as a form of weakness or self-effacement. However, true humility is a profound strength that reflects an individual's self-awareness, maturity, and emotional intelligence. It is a key trait that can positively impact both your inner well-being and your relationships with others. In this section, we will define humility, explore its benefits, and clarify the difference between humility and low self-esteem. Humility is often defined as the ability to recognize and appreciate the value of others without elevating oneself above them. It is not about self-denial or thinking less of oneself, but rather about having an accurate understanding of one's strengths and weaknesses. A humble person is able to acknowledge their achievements without the need for external validation or arrogance. They do not feel the need to boast or prove their worth, but instead understand their value in a balanced and modest way. At its core, humility involves a deep sense of self-awareness. Humble people understand their abilities and limitations, and they know how to leverage their strengths while being open about their weaknesses. Humility allows an individual to remain grounded, not letting success or failure define their identity. Humility isn't about being passive or downplaying one's accomplishments. It's about understanding and accepting who you are. It's a conscious choice to act with modesty, not because you lack confidence, but because you recognize the worth and potential of others just as much as your own. Humility offers several personal and social benefits, contributing to emotional well-being and positive interpersonal dynamics. Humble individuals tend to handle stress, setbacks, and challenges with greater resilience, maintaining calmness and clarity even in difficult situations. Here are some of the key benefits that humility brings to our lives. One of the primary benefits of humility is the ability to stay calm under pressure. Humble individuals are not driven by ego or the need to prove themselves. They are more likely to approach problems and challenges with a clear mind, able to make thoughtful decisions without being clouded by fear of failure or personal pride. This mental clarity helps them navigate tough times without becoming overwhelmed, and it also aids in effective problem solving. In contrast, people who lack humility may let their egos get in the way, leading to impulsive decisions or defensive reactions when things go wrong. Humility, however, allows people to maintain their composure and stay focused on solutions rather than getting bogged down by emotions. Humility is essential in building and maintaining strong, healthy relationships. Humble people are generally more approachable, as they are not trying to dominate conversations or always be the center of attention. They listen actively, value the input of others, and make others feel heard and appreciated. This creates an environment where communication is open and trust can thrive. Humility also plays a crucial role in resolving conflicts. Humble individuals are more likely to acknowledge their mistakes and seek resolution rather than stubbornly defending their position. This ability to admit when you're wrong and to approach disagreements with empathy helps foster respect and mutual understanding in relationships. On a larger scale, humility contributes to the harmony and cooperation within communities. When individuals approach life with humility, they're more likely to contribute to the collective good, collaborate with others, and work towards shared goals. Humble people are less likely to seek personal glory or credit, which helps foster teamwork and community spirit. In professional or social settings, humility creates an atmosphere where everyone's contributions are valued and collaboration is prioritized over competition. This promotes a sense of unity and inclusivity, which is essential for the long-term success of any group or organization. It's important to clarify the difference between humility and low self-esteem. While both traits involve a sense of modesty, they come from very different places. Humility is rooted in self-awareness and self-respect, while low self-esteem stems from a lack of confidence and a poor self-image. Humility comes from an accurate understanding of one's abilities and limitations. Humble individuals are confident in their own worth, but don't feel the need to constantly assert themselves. They know they are capable, but they do not need to boast about it. This balanced perspective allows them to act modestly and interact with others in a respectful and empathetic way. On the other hand, low self-esteem is marked by feelings of inadequacy, self-doubt, and a constant need for validation from others. People with low self-esteem may downplay their abilities or not acknowledge their strengths because they don't believe they deserve success or happiness. While humility involves recognizing and appreciating one's value, low self-esteem often leads to a distorted negative view of oneself. Humility is about acknowledging your worth without seeking external approval, whereas low self-esteem often involves seeking external validation to compensate for internal insecurities. Humility does not involve self-deprecation, while low self-esteem may lead to unhealthy self-criticism or a lack of self-acceptance. Humility has a significant impact on both mental health and relationships. Let's explore how humility can benefit these two areas. Humble individuals tend to experience less stress because they don't get caught up in comparisons or the need to keep up with others. They accept that success and failure are part of life and approach both with a sense of balance. When you don't have to constantly prove yourself to others or defend your worth, you experience less pressure and anxiety. Humility helps you maintain a sense of peace and satisfaction with where you are in life. Additionally, because humble people are not attached to their ego or personal achievements, they are less likely to feel threatened by others' success. Instead of feeling jealous or competitive, they celebrate the achievements of others and use them as inspiration for their own growth. Humility also plays a critical role in reducing the tendency to compare oneself to others. Many people struggle with self-worth because they are constantly comparing their lives to the achievements of those around them. Social media, for example, can often create an unrealistic standard of success and happiness, which can be damaging to mental health. Humble people, however, focus on their own journey, rather than trying to measure up to others. They understand that everyone has their own unique path, and they take pride in their progress regardless of where others are in their lives. This self-acceptance reduces the stress of comparison and promotes a healthier, more positive mindset. Humility also plays a key role in building strong, compassionate relationships. Humble individuals are more likely to practice empathy, understanding the perspectives and feelings of others without judgment. They are less likely to be defensive and more open to listening and learning from others. Humility allows you to accept others for who they are and fosters a deeper sense of connection. In relationships, whether personal or professional, humble people create a space where mutual respect and understanding can flourish. This creates a safe environment for both individuals to share, grow, and support each other. Humility is not about denying your strengths or pretending to be less than you are. It is about understanding and appreciating your value, while also acknowledging the worth of others. Humility helps maintain clarity and composure during difficult times, fosters strong and respectful relationships, and contributes to overall well-being. It is an essential aspect of emotional intelligence and plays a crucial role in both mental health and healthy interpersonal connections. They are powerful strength that creates a balanced, peaceful, and resilient mindset. By embracing humility, you can develop greater self-awareness, improve your relationships, and experience more fulfillment in life. As we move forward, let us remember that true strength lies in humility, and that embracing this virtue can lead to a more meaningful and harmonious existence. Humility is often misunderstood as a form of weakness or passivity. However, the reality is that humility is a reflection of inner strength. A truly strong soul is not just about being resilient or tough in the face of adversity. It is also about the ability to maintain a calm, clear, and balanced approach to life. It is about the self-awareness that allows one to face challenges without letting the ego control the narrative. In this section, we'll dive into what makes a soul strong, how humility connects to that strength, and how humility benefits both individuals and communities. A strong soul is much more than simply being tough or enduring hardship. It goes beyond physical strength or outward appearances. A strong soul is deeply rooted in emotional intelligence and self-awareness. It involves the ability to stay calm under pressure, respond thoughtfully to adversity, and remain grounded when faced with challenges. Unlike those who may react impulsively or defensively to challenges, people with strong souls can face obstacles without letting emotions or ego control their decisions. Having a strong soul is also about having resilience, the capacity to recover quickly from setbacks and keep moving forward. It's about holding on to your core values and beliefs in the face of difficulties. But perhaps most importantly, a strong soul is not about exerting power over others. It's about harnessing your own inner power to act with grace, kindness, nearness, and wisdom. A strong soul does not seek validation from others. Instead, it is centered in self-awareness, understanding one's worth, and knowing the limits of one's abilities. This self-awareness allows a person to act humbly without the need to boast or elevate oneself. It's about embracing one's strengths and weaknesses while maintaining balance and perspective. One of the core components of a strong soul is self-awareness, and it is through self-awareness that true humility is expressed. People with strong souls do not need to prove themselves to the world. They already know who they are. They understand their capabilities, their flaws, and their unique place in the world. Humility is a natural outcome of this self-awareness. Humility in this sense isn't about underestimating oneself or denying one's abilities. It is about recognizing and appreciating one's value without needing to broadcast it to others. People who are truly humble know their strengths, but understand that acknowledging their worth doesn't require arrogance or self-promotion. They have the confidence to be themselves without feeling the need to seek approval from others or compete for attention. Self-awareness and humility are powerful allies. Humble individuals are open to learning and growth because they recognize that they do not know everything. They are willing to listen, accept constructive criticism, and learn from others. This openness allows them to continually evolve, making them even stronger over time. By being grounded in self-awareness, they do not let their egos get in the way of their personal development. Humility is often misunderstood as being a passive or submissive trait, but in reality it is a powerful sign of inner strength. Humility enables personal growth, fosters meaningful relationships, and encourages cooperation. Let's explore why humility is actually a form of strength. Humility creates a mindset that is open to learning. Humble people know that they don't have all the answers and that there is always room for improvement. This openness makes them more adaptable to new ideas and more willing to accept advice and feedback from others. People who are humble are often more curious and self-reflective, which allows them to learn from their mistakes and grow stronger. They are not afraid to acknowledge their shortcomings and take action to address them. This ability to learn from others and adapt is a crucial component of resilience, which ultimately leads to success. Humble individuals are naturally better at building trust with others. Their willingness to listen, admit their mistakes, and give credit to others creates an atmosphere of mutual respect. This quality is essential for effective leadership. A leader who is humble does not need to assert dominance or constantly remind others of their authority. Instead, they lead by example and glorifies with their integrity, empathy, and openness. Humility fosters a collaborative environment where everyone feels valued. Humble leaders are more likely to encourage others to contribute their ideas and talents, which leads to a more inclusive and innovative team dynamic. A humble leader also understands that success is rarely a solo achievement. It's a collective effort that requires input from many people. This mindset makes them more likely to acknowledge the contributions of others, which strengthens relationships and enhances cooperation. Humble individuals provide space for others to shine. By not constantly seeking attention or recognition, they allow others to contribute and share their ideas. This creates a learning environment where everyone has the opportunity to grow and develop. Humility also encourages empathy as it allows people to recognize the needs and strengths of others. Humble individuals are not preoccupied with their own status or achievements. Instead, they take the time to listen, understand, and support those around them. This quality is essential in building strong, supportive relationships in both personal and professional settings. To truly understand the power of humility, it helps to look at real-life examples of individuals who have embodied both humility and strength. These are people who not only accomplished remarkable things, but did so with a profound sense of self-awareness and humility. Nelson Mandela is one of the greatest symbols of humility and inner strength. Despite being imprisoned for 27 years and later leading South Africa, as its president, Mandela never flaunted his power. He remained humble throughout his life, always willing to learn from others and from the challenges he faced. His ability to forgive and build bridges between divided communities was rooted in his humility and strength of character. Mandela didn't seek revenge or retribution after his release from prison. Instead, he worked to unite a nation that had been torn apart by apartheid. His humility and leadership allowed him to inspire others not through force, but through understanding, compassion, and the belief that change could come through peaceful means. Gandhi is another example of humility paired with a strong soul. He led India's independence movement with humility, always listening to others and never acting superior. Despite his immense impact on history, Gandhi never sought personal glory or fame. Instead, he focused on nonviolent resistance and social justice, always putting the needs of his people above his own. Gandhi's humility allowed him to be an effective leader and a spiritual guide. He showed that true strength doesn't come from dominance or control, but from humble service to others, and the courage to stand for what is right even in the face of overwhelming adversity. Mother Teresa, who dedicated her life to helping the poor, was a model of humility and inner strength. She never sought praise or accolades for herself. Instead, she focused entirely on her work and the people she served. Despite receiving worldwide recognition, including the Nobel Peace Prize, she never allowed her achievements to cloud her purpose. She remained humble and grounded, always prioritizing the needs of others over her own. Mother Teresa's humility allowed her to be a voice for the voiceless and to lead a global movement of compassion and service. Her strength came from her selfless dedication to helping those in need, and her humility ensured that her actions spoke louder than words. Humility is a profound sign of a strong soul. It's not about downplaying one's worth or denying success, but about having the self-awareness to understand your value without the need for external validation. Humble individuals are resilient, open to learning, and able to lead with integrity, empathy, and compassion. They build trust, foster cooperation, and inspire others by their example. As demonstrated by figures like Nelson Mandela, Mahatma Gandhi, and Mother Teresa, humility is a key factor in true strength. Humility allows us to lead with grace, serve with compassion, and grow through every challenge. Embracing humility means embracing a deeper, more powerful version of ourselves, one that values the collective over the individual and seeks growth over status. The strong soul is not one that seeks power or recognition, but one that embraces humility as a foundation for true leadership and lasting impact. Nurturing humility and developing a strong soul takes conscious effort, but the rewards are immense. A humble and strong soul leads to a life of resilience, self-awareness, and meaningful relationships. In this section, we will explore how to practice humility in daily life, build a strong soul through self-awareness, and apply humility in relationships and work. Humility isn't something you can develop overnight. It requires consistent practice and a genuine desire to grow. Incorporating humility into your daily routine can significantly enhance your personal growth and help you build a strong, resilient character. Here are several ways you can practice humility every day. Humility starts with the acceptance that you do not have all the answers. One of the most important aspects of humility is recognizing your imperfections and acknowledging that no one person can know everything. Humble individuals are not afraid to admit when they don't know something, and they are always open to learning from others. This involves listening actively, being open to new ideas, and accepting constructive criticism. Humility encourages you to acknowledge your mistakes and learn from them. When you make a mistake, instead of becoming defensive or frustrated, take a moment to reflect and see what you can learn from the situation. It's about embracing growth over perfection. For example, in conversations, avoid the urge to immediately provide solutions or dominate the dialogue. Instead, practice listening attentively to others, acknowledging their thoughts and learning from their experiences. This not only nurtures humility, but also strengthens your relationships and helps you grow as a person. Gratitude is an essential part of humility. Humble individuals recognize that their success and achievements are not solely due to their own efforts, but are also the result of the help and support of others. By cultivating a sense of gratitude, you stay grounded and remind yourself that you are part of a larger community that contributes to your journey. Incorporating gratitude into your daily life can be as simple as taking a moment to appreciate the people who support you, whether it's your family, colleagues, or friends. Practice recognizing the small blessings in your life, and always remember to express your gratitude to those around you. Gratitude helps shift your focus away from entitlement and self-centeredness, which are often associated with arrogance, and towards a more balanced and humble perspective. By thanking others, you also cultivate a sense of humility by acknowledging that you cannot achieve everything alone. Another key way to nurture humility is by helping others selflessly. Selfless service is a powerful expression of humility. When you offer your time, skills, or resources to others, without expecting anything in return, you shift the focus from personal gain to the well-being of others. Humble individuals understand that their worth is not measured by what they receive, but by how they contribute to the lives of others. This could be as simple as offering a listening ear to a friend, helping a colleague with a task, or volunteering your time for a good cause. The key is to give without the expectation of recognition or rewards. By doing so, you foster a sense of humility within yourself and create positive change in your community. When you help others, you also begin to understand the value of compassion, kindness, and empathy, all of which are essential components of a strong soul. As you continue to serve without expectation, you build a character that is not driven by ego, but by the genuine desire to make a difference. A strong soul is built on self-awareness, the ability to understand your strengths, weaknesses, emotions, and motivations. Self-awareness is crucial for personal growth and allows you to navigate life's challenges with clarity and resilience. Below are some ways to build a strong soul through self-awareness. One of the first steps in building a strong soul is knowing what you want in life and how to get there. This requires setting clear and realistic personal goals. Humble people are aware of their limitations, but they also know where they want to go and how to achieve it. Self-awareness helps you understand what is important to you and gives you direction in life. Start by breaking down your larger goals into smaller, manageable tasks. Create a vision for your life based on your core values and aspirations, and set clear, actionable steps to make that vision a reality. It's important to stay flexible and adjust your goals as needed, but having a roadmap helps you stay focused and motivated even in difficult times. Self-awareness also helps you recognize when your goals may be driven by external validation rather than internal desires. Being honest with yourself about why you want something will keep you aligned with your true purpose. Life is filled with challenges and obstacles, and one of the greatest ways to build a strong soul is through resilience. The ability to bounce back from setbacks, remain focused in the face of adversity, and keep moving forward. Resilience begins with how you view challenges. Rather than seeing difficulties as roadblocks, embrace them as opportunities for growth. When faced with obstacles, humble individuals understand that failure is not permanent. It's simply a part of the learning process. With this perspective, they are able to navigate difficulties with grace and perseverance. Building resilience also involves taking care of your emotional and mental well-being. Practice mindfulness, self-care, and stress management techniques to strengthen your emotional foundation. The more resilient you become, the more you will grow into the strong, humble person you aspire to be. Humility is not just something to practice in your own life, it also plays a crucial role in the relationships you build with others and the impact you have at work. When you approach both relationships and work with humility, you foster collaboration, trust, and positive change. Humility in relationships, whether personal or professional, creates an environment where people feel valued, respected, and heard. In the workplace, showing humility encourages collaboration over competition. Humble individuals recognize the strengths of others and are willing to share the spotlight. Rather than focusing on personal achievements, they understand that the success of the team is more important. When you lead with humility, you create a culture where collaboration is prioritized over individual accolades. This fosters creativity, increases productivity, and builds strong, supportive teams. Humility is one of the most powerful qualities of a great leader. Humble leaders do not rely on power or authority to influence others. Instead, they lead by example, demonstrating integrity, empathy, and a willingness to learn. Humble leaders inspire those around them by showing that they are just as committed to the team's success as anyone else. A humble leader also listens to others, values their input, and encourages their growth. This creates a supportive environment where people feel motivated to give their best. Rather than seeking recognition or control, a humble leader shares credit, celebrates the achievements of others, and focuses on empowering their team to succeed. A key characteristic of humble leadership is the ability to admit mistakes and take responsibility. This kind of transparency builds trust and shows that leaders are not above the team. Humility in leadership creates a space where everyone can thrive and grow together. Nurturing humility and developing a strong soul is an ongoing journey of self-awareness, service, and resilience. By practicing humility in daily life, building resilience, and applying these principles in your relationships and work, you cultivate not only a strong soul but a life of purpose and fulfillment. Humility is the foundation of personal growth, and when you approach life with humility, you open yourself up to deeper connections, greater achievements, and a more meaningful existence. The process of nurturing humility and strength is about continuously evolving, being open to learning, embracing challenges, and remaining grounded in your values. As you practice humility, you'll notice yourself becoming more resilient, more compassionate, and more capable of leading with integrity. Humility is not a sign of weakness, but a reflection of inner strength that empowers you to become the best version of yourself. Humility is not weakness, it is a sign of a strong soul. When you embrace humility, you are not only nurturing your personal growth, but you are also fostering an environment where collaboration, trust, and strength can thrive. Humility is a powerful tool for building resilience, deepening relationships, and inspiring others. It allows you to face challenges with grace, acknowledge your strengths without arrogance, and encourage others to grow alongside you. Ultimately, humility is a reflection of your inner strength and self-awareness, not a sign of inferiority. As you continue your journey of growth, I encourage you to share how you practice humility in your daily life. Whether it's through your actions, conversations, or the way you approach challenges, how does humility impact you and those around you? We'd love to hear your experiences, as your story could inspire others on their own paths to personal growth. If you found this message helpful and inspiring, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel for more positive and motivating content. By subscribing, you'll continue receiving videos that encourage you to grow, lead with humility, and cultivate a life of strength, resilience, and meaningful connections. Remember, humility does not make you weak. It reveals your deep inner strength. Only when you are humble can you truly understand your own power. Let humility guide you toward personal growth, success, and a life filled with compassion, confidence, and collaboration.